I'm leaving Dawn watching Bjorn. What else would he be doing, right? And, oh no, you can't have that. Don't chew on that, sweetheart. No, no. You're cute, but don't chew on that. I am headed to town. Before we get some rain in, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the sky. We have a level 1 severe risk today. That's the lowest level on the scale, up to 5, 5 being the most severe. But it's definitely going to downpour here but 6, 7 p.m. tonight. And before then, we might have a couple showers in front of the line of showers. So I just need to keep an eye in the sky. I told Johnny when we went to Greensboro Monday, one of the reasons we chose Monday is that there was no risk of rain basically that day at all. Good afternoon, Ruby. I see you're all ready to go. 227 miles of range just waiting to be burnt. Yeah, we're just having a down day here today. I kept Johnny and I moving quite a bit the last 2 days. He needs to write his essay for his second degree black belt test Saturday. I think it has to be a full page, double space typed. They have several topics to choose from. This will be the second time he's written it, but he's got to be different, obviously. And one of his teachers from school is working on giving him a recommendation, another write-up. These things are required because our school officially certifies the black belts through Kukiwon in South Korea, the National Taekwondo Federation folks. And he'll have a ID card that looks like a license. He has one for his first degree, but he'll be getting one for his second degree, plus a new embroidered belt, plus a new uniform with his name on the back. So, you know, it's a big deal. So that's going to take up most of our Saturday this weekend, by the way. Johnny is at his father's house this weekend, but obviously we'll be going to watch his testing, which I think is either at 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon. But at any point, I'm giving Johnny the day off. He and Don are also going to work on a little project trying to get a gas-powered piece of lawn equipment under the house. Not something Dawn needs, but something Johnny was interested in learning from. So Dawn ordered a part, and they're going to play with that, learn about that, try to get that working today. Johnny is super excited. So he's home, Dawn's home. I am headed to the drugstore, Walmart, maybe back into Guardian Angel for just a minute. Probably going to get a coffee drink, and I'm going to try to beat the rain. That's what I'm going to try to do. I've got my Pokemon Go devices all lined up too, so I can get that shiny Laleep today, at least on one of the accounts. Somehow at 12:30 this morning, though, I got a shiny Shuckle sitting on the couch, you know, in the living room. Just came up shiny, so I'll take it. That was on my account. Certainly wasn't expecting that, but I won't be passing it up either. First stop was here at the environmental park. I guess they've been mowing somewhere today, at least. And no shinies so far. This new development going here by the house, they're still doing a lot of earth moving. Prescription mission accomplished. Now I think it's time for a frosted coffee. It's only 2:15 in the afternoon. I figure the drive-thru is going to be pretty busy, but that's the price you pay when you have a craving for a frosted coffee. And Chick-fil-A is the most popular spot in town. I'm not going to Starbucks, but there is a level 1 pink egg getting ready to hatch here in under 2 minutes, and I thought, well, it's easy to pull in, it's on the right side of the road. I'll go ahead and get my daily free raid pass used, and it's pretty easy to park over here, and then I'll go down to Chick-fil-A because I really do like the frosted coffee. It's a better value, and I also like the way it tastes better. It's a Geodude, and this is how I have to hit on that hand, and this is how I have to hit on this hand in order to play all 4 devices at one time. Thankfully, this guy will go down at about 20 seconds, no problem, and doing the raid at Starbucks gives me a chance of getting an EX raid pass because it's a sponsored gym. So that's why we all try to always hit Starbucks, especially if it's one we can do by ourselves whenever it pops. But Johnny and Ruby and Dawn and me, we're in there, 4 people, and maybe some others will join us. Bummer, no shinies. I love kids that love the Tesla. Here's the moment of truth. How long is the drive-through line today? Oh, it's not long at all. That's great. Of course, that may mean some of the nice kids that are out here aren't out here today. Do you have Chick-fil-A where you are? Do you like it? Is your drive-through the most popular place in town? Ours certainly is. Frosty and coffee, just like it says. All right, I'm gonna head left here and back toward Walmart. They just issued a severe thunderstorm warning, so I'm gonna have to pull up the radar before I go in, just make sure everything is okay. There's a storm in Pittsburgh, and it's building, and it's headed our way pretty quick, so I can make it home, but I don't have time to go into Walmart for an extended period of time, and I don't just want to run in for the 2 things I need and have to leave, so I'm gonna head back to the house. Bummer. I'm probably gonna grab the van and come back out. I prefer to be in Ruby, but I kind of still want to do a little bit of stuff this afternoon, so probably gonna grab the van. At least I got to ride around in Ruby for a little while. It's not that she's so clean that I don't want any rain on her. It's really, if these storms are carrying hail, I don't want to risk that or worry about that. So the sky has that 93 and soupy look out there, the kind that you don't want to mess with too much. I sure hope we don't see any more hail today anywhere in the area. I've seen several cars in the last few days going around with plastic or cardboard where there's supposed to be a window. Wow, all this construction in our little town, all these new homes. It's just kind of a mess. The adult red-shouldered hawk is up there on the curved branch to the right of his or her nest. I'm sure one of the juveniles is close by, although at this moment I'm not able to spot anyone but this parent. Beautiful burnt orange feathers.
It kind of did it.
Wow! Woo! Woo!
Well.
So what'd you guys do? You checked on the spark plug because we hadn't got the new one yet.
Check the air cleaner.
Yeah.
Change the gas. Put oil in it, and we then put some gas in the carb and welcome.
Yeah, we didn't really do much.
So this is my dad's old tiller, or your old tiller.
This is your dad's. This is the. I don't know. I would say based on the fact that it has that air cleaner. It had spark, so I'm pretty sure it's got electronic ignition. I didn't know that. I just assumed it was so old. I think this thing is from the 80s.
Well, that makes sense. We moved into that house in 1980.
Yeah, I would say sometime maybe mid-80s. It's hard to say. I mean, we could look at the serial number on the engine. There's websites that'll tell you when the engine was manufactured, and that'll give you a good picture for when the probably the
So not a bad little, potentially bad little garden tiller.
right, potentially not a bad little garden tiller. That's right.
That's really sweet of Dawn to be investing some time with Johnny to help him with his interest in how engines and things run. Makes my heart warm. I'm in the van, I'm ready to leave, and I don't have the keys. I'm pulling out, which was gonna let them work underneath because it's just started raining. But you can see the rain, that little shower really, it's still coming down, but not very much. Didn't last too long, and hopefully whatever comes along a little later won't be too bad either. But I am going to make my trek to Walmart, where I will appreciate in the rain being able to park closer. We were watching Dirty Tesla's video this morning. Chris's wife drove the Model 3 solo for the first time out to a grocery store, I forget which one, and she was, oh, Chris always parks at the back of the parking lot, and I know I can't park close, I need to park somewhere, and I was like, oh no, right there by the cement thing where the plants are, on the other side of that where there's no other cars. I just so totally got it. So she scooped out the parking lot. She's pregnant. And then she came back to about the spot I thought was a good spot. You know all about that Ruby or Tesla exercise plan. You know, you gotta park far, walk long. It's really good for you. Much better than going through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, which is not good at all. But I digress. So I don't know. I'm just the guys are doing their thing at the house, and I'm doing my thing, and I'll be able to shiny hunt Pokemon inside of Walmart. So that's also an important part of this errand running plan. I remembered the keys before I got out. Yay! The plants are beautiful out here, but the heat and humidity is horrible now that we had just enough rain to make everything steamy. This is coming, and the way I see it, I should just stay inside of Walmart until it's passed. I guess they're getting ready to redo the self-checkout on this end at least. It is pouring. It's always loud in here with those skylights when there's a storm. I didn't hear any hail on the roof though, so that's good. Even though the van sits under the carport, it does get quite dusty, and it can only be a good thing that it got a thorough washing out here from the rainstorm. Now, I assume you guys went inside for a few minutes when it was raining.
Nope.
No? Well, it rained pretty hard.
We actually enjoyed it. It helped us cool off.
She's telling us that it rained pretty hard, John. What do you know about that?
Let's see. Our tools got wet because they were where you're standing right now and it started flooding.
Uh-huh.
Gee, Johnny, did you know it rained, buddy?
Don't make fun of me.
All of that wetness.
It's starting to sound like a cat.
How's it going?
Very good. So now it's these really rusty black screws.
Now we're going to mount the carburetor to the side here. Although we might put one of those rusty screws right here, as you call it.
All right, hand me a Phillips. Hand me the big Phillips.
So Johnny and I took the gas tank off, the carburetor off, cleaned out the gas tank, cleaned out the carburetor, took the air compressor, blew through the orifices and tried to clean it up. There's a vacuum diaphragm that the veins were, you know, sort of there, sort of not. So I think if it doesn't work, we'll just buy a little rebuild kit and get that new membrane. And hopefully, anyway, we'll find out. Here we go. You ready, bud? Turn the choke off. Maybe.
Still too quick.
Right.
I see they follow the do not put everything back on until you're sure it's going to work rule.
That's
Oh,
right.
we definitely did.